Today, we will show you the 10 rare historical photos that scientists cannot explain. Sometimes, we find it hard to believe what we are seeing. This is frequently the case with some images that spark gossip and intrigue surrounding them. Most of us can recall at least one enigmatic picture that sparked debate around the globe and inspired others to concoct their own hypotheses. Even though there is a straightforward solution for many of these riddles, people nevertheless choose to believe their own hypotheses. Does this imply that we're merely naive, or that we occasionally find entertainment value in a mystery? Before we move further, hit the subscribe button and give a thumbs up to this video. Let's get started. Number 10. Mysterious creature emerging from the cave. In the middle of the 1990s, a visitor who was exploring a cave in Ras Al Khaimah took a photograph that depicted a terrifying creature that was present in the cave. According to the story, two friends observed the creature and decided to snap a picture of it. However, during the process of taking the image, they also heard a young kid screaming. They informed the authorities, who performed a search of the cave and discovered the body of a human being. There are a lot of tales that have been recounted about that photograph. But to this day, nobody knows for certain what was within that cave. Following the photographer's sale of the shot to an advertiser in the middle of the 1990s, the photograph began to circulate. Despite the fact that the photograph received widespread attention, it was never ever made clear what took on within the cave. Number 9. The monster that came from Queensland. In 1964, a French photographer got a picture of what looks to be a giant black snake-like monster beneath the surface of the water in Queensland, Australia. This photograph is another one on our list of unexplained photographs that science is unable to explain. The photograph was taken by the French photographer. Due to the fact that no logical explanation was ever provided, the photograph continues to be a mystery to this very day. Number 8. The Spaceman. An individual by the name of Jim Templeton snapped a photograph of his daughter, and at the time, there was nothing peculiar about the location where they were. However, after he processed the film, he discovered what looks to be a spaceman standing behind the young child. Kodak claims that the film was not manipulated in any way, and the fact that there was no one surrounding the girl and the guy when he snapped the picture means that this riddle has not been solved. Number 7. A ghost in the church. This is a picture that you should look at if you are looking for more photographs that are strange and cannot be explained. The photograph was taken by a man named Peter Berthelot of his wife when they were at a church. It was during the process of developing the footage that he became aware of something that might be a ghost seated behind her. Despite the fact that there was no rational explanation for this image, the legend states that this ghost was given the moniker White Lady. If you want to learn more about this peculiar occurrence, you may read about it in the Eastern Daily Press, where you will also find a picture that was taken on that particular day. Number 6. The ghost that inhabits the Newby Church. This photograph, which was shot in 1963 by the Reverend K.F. Lord in the Newby Church in North Yorkshire, is yet another type of image that is associated with ghosts, but has never been explained. There has never been a rational explanation offered for this particular ghost image, despite the fact that numerous ghost images have been found to have obvious explanations. In spite of the fact that there were no individuals present within the building at the time that the photograph was taken, the image depicts a figure standing near the altar while simultaneously wearing a cowl. Number 5. The man who has died. Among the photographs that have never been explained, the shots that involve Freddie Jackson, a guy who was killed by an airplane propeller by accident, are among the most perplexing mysteries. However, the peculiar thing is that Freddie appears to be present in the photograph of his crew that was shot precisely 2 days after he passed away. However, despite the fact that the photograph was taken on the day of the funeral, all of his co-workers asserted that it was him that was captured in the photograph. Number 4. A scene of the death. 1951 was the year that saw the occurrence of yet another peculiar case that continues to perplex us to this very day. The photograph that was obtained by the police in St. Petersburg depicts the circumstances surrounding the death of a woman named Mary Reeser. The woman's entire body was consumed by flames, with the exception of her left foot, which was not damaged. The fact that no other items in the room have been touched gives forensic experts even more reason to be perplexed by this mystery. This peculiar incident is discussed in this essay that was published in Historic Mysteries. Number 3. The Lady of the Babushka. While everyone else was trying to flee and find cover when John F. Kennedy was hot, one woman took a series of photographs to document the awful incident. She did this while everyone else was trying to. Despite the fact that none of her photographs were ever produced, she is also visible in a number of photographs that were taken on that day and in which she is seen holding a camera. It is possible that the babushka lady was the means by which numerous puzzles and hypotheses concerning the assassination of John F. Kennedy may have been resolved. Despite the fact that the FBI conducted a search for the woman, they were unable to locate her. After some time had passed, a woman by the name of Beverly Oliver admitted to being the babushka lady. However, her account was questionable because she claimed to have recorded everything using a Yashica Super 8 camera, which had not even been widely available until 1968. For the time being, the identity of the babushka lady remains unknown. Number 2. The conflict in Los Angeles, 1942. The Great Los Angeles Air Raid, also known as the Los Angeles Conflict of 1942, is still a controversial and enigmatic incident. It was first believed to be an enemy raid, but UFO enthusiasts soon began to speculate that it might have been an extraterrestrial contact. For decades, curiosity has been stoked by the photograph in question, which shows a powerful barrage of anti-aircraft fire directed against an unidentifiable object. In the past, the event happened in the wake of the Pearl Harbor assault, when people were more fearful and reacted quickly to imagined threats. Official reports, however, contained contradictions, such as the absence of evidence of enemy aircraft or wreckage. This gave rise to conspiracy theories about the government distorting or covering up unusual aerial phenomena. According to UFO specialists, the picture shows proof of an alien object because of its peculiar design and the forceful military reaction, which point to an uncommon occurrence. Over time, the story around the incident has changed, with theories ranging from weather balloons to covert military tests. A fascinating case study at the nexus of military history, ufology, and popular perception is the conflict in Los Angeles. It highlights the ongoing curiosity with unexplained aerial phenomena, as well as the difficulties in balancing official accounts with conjectural interpretations. The real nature of the event is still unknown despite decades of examination, which allows for more discussion and research into uncharted territory. Number 1. A car with a ghost in it. The image of the ghostly figure in the car is a haunting mystery that defies explanation by science. When a woman was visiting her mother's cemetery in 1959, she unintentionally took a picture of an eerie abnormality. The picture was taken with the intention of honoring her spouse at the wheel, but it also showed an unexpected passenger, a transparent silhouette in the backseat. Remarkably, the woman recognized the apparition as her mother, who had passed away, suggesting that they were being accompanied by a ghost. This mysterious picture, which joins a small club of 13 puzzling photos, defied scientific explanation, even with advancements in photographic analysis. Every frame pushes the limits of reasoned investigation and defies accepted wisdom. This time, the phantom form avoids examination and defies scientific analysis. The story makes you nervous and makes you think about life and non-scientific realities. Ghosts moving through the common environment adds mystique and invites thought on the mysteries beyond human experience. These reports may seem like fabrication or photographic distortions, but the emotional depth and significance of these meetings defies reason. The moving image illustrates the perpetual connection between the living and the dead while casting itself in spectral uncertainty. Without scientific evidence, the image reminds us of the mysteries outside science and prompts meditation on the material-immaterial border. This is it from our side. Let us know if you liked the video and if something creepy ever happened to you. Share our stuff with your loved ones too. Goodbye.